Ladies and gentlemen, Domin and Aaron, mesdames et messieurs, welcome to the Vincent Charles Project. I'm your host, Vincent Charles, and I hope everyone is doing fine this lovely Sunday evening. And we'll just get right to it. Tonight, my guests are Andrew. Say hello, Andrew.
Hello.
Hello. That sounded so
Hello.
enthusiastic. I love you. And the infamous Ordy Packard, known here as Yoder Secreto because Twitter won't give him back his regular fucking account. Hashtag free Ordy. How you doing, Ordy?
I am so famous, I am infamous.
That's more than famous.
I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day out here in sunny Eastern California, and just counting my blessings.
I was going to ask you, how are things out in the People's Republic?
Well, not you know what? No fires right now. Knock on wood. So, California, unlike the rest of the country, California has a natural disaster every 10, 15 minutes. So, yeah, we're good right now.
Okay, sweet. Can't ask for more than that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
How about you? What's going on with Vincent?
Well, Vincent, pretty much. I mean, yeah, it's a shitty rainy day outside. The temperature has dropped substantially, so summer is officially gone. But other than that, everything's moderately neato. As I said,
Fantastic.
can't ask for better than that.
Right.
So, and before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hang on one second. I need to. Technology! It frightens me.
You're like caveman lawyer.
Hold on a minute.
Could be.
Gronk, get stones.
There we go. Okay. At the link for this podcast and KLRN Radio, I'm going to drop a link so that you can, if you choose to, you can donate to the relief efforts going on in Appalachia right now through Stocking Mill Coffee. And damn it, I'm doing this through my phone, and it's incredibly shitty because I can only open up one window at a time. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. While you were away before we started the show, Andrew and I were talking about how Michael Caine-ish you were, and my take was you're like Michael Caine in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which Andrew has never seen because reasons.
Oh my
And
God.
Look. I'm telling you, the TV's just a fad. It will go away.
Put it on your list, Andrew. It's fantastic.
Seriously, do. It's an amazing film. It's funny as fuck.
Not the remake.
Oh, good
Well,
Lord,
okay,
no.
that was a remake of if I remember right, it was a French film originally.
Yes. The name of the film escapes me, but
Yeah.
oh shit, yeah, that remake they did recently with that
I think Anne Hathaway.
yeah, and that other person, the
Yeah.
rotund Australian lady. Yeah,
Right.
I can't remember her name, but yeah, it was truly horrible. Yeah, I watched it.
The remake of Red Dawn looked good.
Oh my God. It made the remake of Red Dawn look like Battleship Potemkin.
Right.
It was, oh my God. It was horrible. But
Just wow.
yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. The I don't know how to put it. The tragedy that's going on in Western North Carolina and in the lower Appalachian area. It's just no one expected this to happen because nothing like this has happened in
not in those
recent memory.
regions.
No.
Yeah, not in those. Yeah. Yeah. It's. I mean, some areas, when a hurricane hits, you expect it. It's like along the coast, but when you get up into the mountains, I mean, we got a little bit of Hurricane Hillary a couple years ago, and that just, I mean, it inundated us with water for a day, but that was just an anomaly. I mean, a lot of hurricanes come up the Gulf of Baja and slam into Southern California, not like they do the East Coast. But yeah, getting that far inland and with that much water, especially from what wasn't really like, I mean, it wasn't a Cat 5, if I remember right.
No, it came. It was
No, I don't
I
believe it
think
was.
Category 3.
Yeah. Just super dense moisture. Yeah, I mean, okay, Jeff in the chat talking about Vermont during Hurricane Irene. When you're on the seaboard, I mean, even all the way up to Maine, you get the occasional hurricane. But this is just, yeah, it's exceedingly rare.
Yeah, it's you don't really expect that kind of damage. I mean, I was in the Panhandle back in, I think it was 2005 when Ivan blew through near Pensacola, and I
Rings of
was at
gold.
a yeah. There ain't no wings of gold there. It's a bunch of dependas and people hanging outside of the gate. But I was at Eglin Air Force Base at the time. I was stationed at the 6th Ranger Training Battalion. That was my last assignment before I was retired. And the training camp is set way up in the training. If you're familiar with Eglin Air Force Base, it's basically where they develop all of the armaments for the Air Force, and they have thousands and thousands of acres of training ranges where planes come through and they fire their guns and they drop bombs all the time and stuff like that. And the RTB is set up in the northwest corner of the training areas along the Yellow River, and it's way the hell out there. And it's about maybe 6.5 miles as the crow flies from the actual beach. And we got the warnings about a day prior. They were saying, "Oh yeah, it's going to be cruel. It's going to be nasty. So everybody, you're going to pack up your shit. We're all going up to Fort Benning, and we're going to carry on up there." So we all get in our car. We go up there. We spend 2 days at Benning, and then we come back. And man, oh man, buildings not standing. I mean, granted, they're little metal Quonset hut kinds of things because there were very few permanent buildings there. There was battalion headquarters. There was barracks for the lower enlisted EMs and a bunch of other things, but nothing really big. And most of the smaller buildings were completely destroyed. I mean, it just blew through there. Trees everywhere. There was a vehicle tipped over, if I recall correctly. And if you went down into town, if you went into Fort Walton Beach and the surrounding area, man, it was insane. It wasn't really that strong of a storm compared to most. And I have a sense of what they're going through right now, but I can't really imagine how bad it is. And that's just, I don't know. And Andrew posting in the chat, mudslides and washouts will ruin a day. Absolutely, they will.
Well, it was. I was actually in Savannah when it came through, right? And I'm still down here, and they were talking it was going to be a wind event with rain, and they were worried about the rain and flash flooding over here in eastern Georgia. And Thursday night, I want to say about 1 o'clock in the morning, the power went out here in the entire area, and we didn't get back until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And why hotels don't have windows that open, I don't know, but yeah, it's ruined. The hotel is packed right now. I mean, everything's a mess up here just from the fact that we had a lot of down power lines. There's still a lot of people without power, but they didn't have the water and the rain like they had up there in North Carolina in that area. And it kind of reminds me of back in 97, 98, when they had Floyd go through up there in Virginia. I think it was Floyd. I can't remember the name. There've been too many of them where they flooded out, had like 40 inches of rain in 24 hours and just kind of flooded the entire area. The city of Franklin, Emporia was all
Yeah.
flooded out. They had a lot of roads were covered with water in Virginia, in Newport News, Hampton Roads, the Tidewater area, but that's because they had all the concrete barriers up because of the construction they were always doing on the road. So that's kind of self-inflicted, but just I can't imagine being on the side of a mountain and then having it just go out from underneath you.
Yeah, exactly. I was seeing those photographs. The interstate freeways washed away. I forgot which one it is. Interstate 40 something, but there half of it literally just crumbled and washed away. And I'm like,
Well,
damn.
in the mountains though, and already knows that we all know this if we've watched the news any length of time over the last 100 or so years, that they get a lot of rain up there in the California mountains, right? They worry
Oh
about
yeah.
mudslides, but it's after days and weeks of rain, not 24 or 36 hours of rain.
Yeah, that's in the foothills on the coast because that's mostly just sand. I mean,
Yep.
and up into
But
the foothills. Once you hit the Sierra Nevadas, I mean, it's all, I mean, it's yeah, it's I don't want to say designed, but it can handle it. But being on the other side where all the runoff is when it's up in the mountains, then we get massive flooding down here. And yeah, but yeah, it takes a lot. I mean, because the ground is dry, it does, it absorbs a lot, but then, you're just basically you're on quicksand at that point. And I've
but
learned
again,
my whole life.
it's not something that just in 36 hours. This is something that you see coming. It's like, well, look, we've had 3 weeks of rain. That's getting weak up there. That's getting soft.
Yeah. Well, that and, a lot of the area is just, I mean, it's coming back, but it's been, you kind of stripped for a lot of mining in the area too. So a lot of what, holds on, holds the dirt in place has been
Yeah,
relocated.
yeah. And but with what happened up there, it's just that's like I saw pictures, a video of Chimney Rock, and I visited there with family back when I was a kid. And yes, it was in a covered wagon, but and I took my family through there. I mean, it's something just to see that little town just gone.
Yeah,
And the fact,
everybody, Chimney Rock, everybody's been there. I mean, especially after Last of the Mohicans came out.
Yeah.
And everybody just like flooded to that area. It's like, oh, I'm running on the trail where Hawkeye went to get his woman and all that shit, and where Chingachgook beat Magwa's ass 6 ways from Sunday. But yeah, it's the entire area up there. It's absolutely fucking gorgeous. And I just saw that same photograph that you're talking about now. There was a before and after, and I've been up there several times, and to just see that, it's fucking heartbreaking.
yeah, it's just that and the fact that what it was earlier on I saw on Twitter that the only way to access Asheville right at the moment was by helicopter. There were no roads open. There were floods everywhere.
Yeah, and even if the road hasn't been damaged, they're shutting everything down anyway because they don't want anyone traveling. And truth be told, I don't blame them, considering what's going on.
No, that's the one thing. Yeah, I hear a lot of people. In fact, around here, I got a lot of the guests. They're complaining about no power and how come we can't get anything and where is. And it's like you do realize what just happened, right? And
Yeah, and there's a reason they keep those hotel windows locked, so nobody steals those awesome wall-mounted hotel AC units.
well, I'm just looking at the picture of the Golden Gate Bridge in Georgia.
The Golden Gate Bridge in Georgia.
They got a picture in my room of the Golden Gate Bridge. Why? I mean, they got the Savannah Bridge. They got Cypress. I mean, they got all sorts of things. So, but yeah, and then our lovely government is living up to the expectations that cynical people have.
Absolutely. Oh my God, the response of this administration is just absolutely and totally expected. Because they've done sweet fuck all for 4 years, so why should we expect them to change horses in midstream?
I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed.
Well, I'm upset that George Bush took the weather machine with him.
Right?
That bastard.
I mean, after he let New Orleans get destroyed, he could have at least left it.
I don't know. It's the you would expect at least a half-hearted attempt at some kind of press conference or statement to the press or something like that. And
Well, the Biden account has tweeted more about Ukraine and gun control than it has North Carolina in the last 48 hours.
yeah, that I wouldn't doubt that.
Well, Harris's VP account has tweeted twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Once 4 days ago, and then once yesterday.
Wow.
Thoughts and prayers. We were sending thoughts and prayers to the residents of North Carolina. How about FEMA?
Well, actually, I kind of also put that on like Buttigieg.
Oh, butt giggity? Yeah.
Booty time?
Yeah, booty time.
Booty time, booty time. Across the USA.
Thank you for somebody getting that. Well, I knew you would be.
Classically underrated film. Oh my God.
I do that out in meat space, and everybody looks at me like I just grew a third head.
Dude, they just don't know.
I would have been a rock
just don't
star
know.
if I wasn't banned from MTV. Nice fourth wall break in that one.
Sam
kid.
Booker milkshakes.
You kid. Well, you know, it's all about the dad vibes. We got to wait for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's busy getting booed out of stadiums.
Oh, dude.
That and being unable to troll Trump because of weather.
Oh God, did you see that little video he did? And like he was like with his wife and they're all standing like in a chorus line kind of thing. And they're cheering and he kicked his leg out and he reminded me of like a horse trying to count. And you know, I watched that and then I remember the Dean scream from so many years ago. Some of you listening might be too young to remember that, but Howard Dean compared to Waltz is, oh my God, night and day.
Yeehaw!
Ah!
You know, everybody gave Quayle shit about Potato, but goddamn, everybody still talks about the Dean scream.
Yeah, you can't not because
you had the Dean scream, and then you have Dukakis tank.
I forgot about that. No, I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
I remember back in the day before the
human.
internet. Before the internet, when you would share memes via fax, and I was at my dad's office for something, and fax came through that had a pussy chasing a dick that says "fucking Bush" and "fucking Dukakis," one fucking thing after another.
Oh, dude, seriously, but between Dean and Dukakis, you just saw Dukakis like sitting on the top of that tank, and I swear to God, he just gave off this total Nexus 6 vibe compared to Dean. I wanted to VK that motherfucker. Test his blush response.
Back in the early days of the internet, I had a great Dean scream meme too that had the famous image of the South Vietnamese officer executing a VC in the street.
Oh yeah.
and it had Dean's face on it with him holding an Uzi. It was the Dean Scream face too. I'm like, that's fantastic. I wish I could find it now.
Oh,
It's probably,
you have computer skills. Replicate it. Bring
I
it
know,
back.
but it's deep, deep, deep in the CompuServe fucking archives.
It would almost be worth going to dig for it.
I know, right? just for the member berries.
Seriously. But yeah.
No, but
If anybody in the chat has thoughts and opinions about what's going on, please feel free to go. And we've got
Well,
holy
Wednesday
shit.
made it. We got to get quite a few people.
yeah.
Wednesday is always in my chat. Wednesday always brings grace and intelligence to my show, which
She brings the
it's
noise
a
and the
fucking
funk.
miracle. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, getting back to it, I'm just absolutely stunned at the lack of response.
I think it doesn't really surprise me that there's a lack of a response. What does surprise me, and I discussed this earlier on Twitter, is that it seems every other fucking liberal account is just reveling in the pain and suffering that's going on right now. And they're emotionally erect. I swear to God, some of them are typing one-handed as this stuff is going on.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I conjured that image especially for you.
well, like me,
Ooh.
you are the Bob Ross of mental images.
That's what I was about to say. Vincent vying for the title.
Yeah.
There's a happy little wank right there.
No, I mean it's
Well, federal government helping out and returning tax dollars to the taxpayers is socialism.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
somehow.
God forbid we expect value for money.
Right. Well, and that's kind of, you're going to see in this, and this is going to be, I think the absolute radio silence from the media on this, why nobody's hearing about it, unless you're like immediately in the area or super online, because this is going to be an absolute disaster for the Harris campaign, not only in the lack of response, but in the fact that, okay, you can make the argument that these are white conservatives generally in this area. So, they deserve what they're looking for because they don't believe in climate change. Blah, 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 blah. But the response you're going to see, like, we already pumped Stocking Mills Coffee, Samaritan's Purse, Nazarene Project. You're going to see
Just the Red Cross.
private.
I don't like the Red Cross because half the money goes to them.
More than half.
Yeah, I've got various sundry issues with the Red Cross, but who would have been great to get on the show about the Red Cross on the show about the Red Cross too would have been Lou.
Oh God,
But
yeah.
anyway, yeah, I didn't think of it until just
listened to
we were
her
hitting
talk.
her voice is like sweet tea.
It is.
But I miss doing a show with her. And Jeff. Cyber Chill was awesome. But you're going to see private and NGO and just general citizens are going to be the ones saving the days. It's like with the flooding down in Houston area a few years back, where it was, the Red Cross, the Redneck Navy did more than federal response did. And I think this is going to be another, or, even, state resources were capable of doing. And I think you're going to see that in this instance too, where a whole bunch of people would bub it out fucking forerunners going and carrying people out on the hood of it.
Yeah,
And,
you're already seeing that now. There are numerous tweets and images going out there. There are people who are renting helicopters, and people who own helicopters are actually bringing them out there, and they're airdropping supplies and lifting people out of there.
This is where Mickey's time to shine as a bush pilot is really gonna.
If Mickey went into Rotary Wing, he'd be on his way out there right now.
Oh, I know, but I would just say, if there's anything, I just see him going into full bush pilot drug dealer mode. I'm taking this plane and we're gonna go rescue some people on Mount. Yeah.
And I can see him. He's like flying, and then when some shit's gonna start, he puts on this funky hat and puts his headset over it.
Right. Looking like
Murdoch from
yeah.
A-Team.
No, looking like
There you go.
fucking McCreary in the thing. McCready.
Yeah. Or
Yeah, that big fucking Mexican Texas cowboy hat.
or Bill Murray and Where the Buffalo Roam when he was flying the DC-10 with the pilot's hat on, and as Hunter S. Thompson. That was
Oh, jeez.
yeah. I can see it.
Yeah, that's one of these days we're all gonna have to get together with Mickey. He's gonna have to fly us somewhere, and we can make fun of him while he does it.
There we go.
I will pay cashy money to make it happen.
I'm in.
Starting to go
Get us all
fund
out
now.
to Vegas, and we'll get us all out to Vegas, and we'll buzz Area 51
And never be seen again by human
and
eyes.
never be seen.
Exactly. Oh, it wasn't the aliens. We got black boxed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wednesday says
interesting
remote area
things.
medical is local.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remote areas.
Conyers, Georgia's having some fun right now.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. They had a photograph from I-20, heading
Yeah.
eastbound, and yeah, you can see that big fucking cloud.
I haven't walked out of my hotel to see if I could see it, but that is quite a ways away from here, Savannah. It looks like it was a fault in the sprinkler system, which allowed water to hit. There are some chemicals that react badly with water.
Oh yeah,
Sort
of
of like,
course, of course.
Potassium, most notably,
metal,
because
Yeah.
metal.
I mean,
sodium.
this is a pool and spa. The pool and spa division of Biolab is where this explosion took place, and yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, you wouldn't think there would be a lot of water reactive chemicals used in pools and spas, but yeah, just not to that extent.
No, if they're making it for all the pools and spa in the U.S.
Yes, I saw an interesting reply in there too, and it's not something I generally agree with, but in certain cases, yeah. And there was the picture of the Hawaiian fires, and it says those who disobeyed lived. When
Yeah,
people were being told to shelter in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've reached the point in my life where everything's a conspiracy. So yeah, I'm leaning that way.
Well, we talk about it on Jux and a couple other shows, and it's actually I mean, I'm starting to use it as my mantra. The only difference between conspiracy theory and what well-established fact is about 6 months.
Yep.
Well, actually, it's shortening, Orly.
Yeah, well, that's everything. It's the quickening.
It used to be several years, decades, right? Now it's down to 6 months.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's back in the days of the early days of FUBAR, we would always, do like, douchebags of the week, and then it became douchebags of the day, and it was who are the 10 douchebags right at airtime. I mean, everything had just accelerated to that point.
No, dude, it's like the abyss. Remember that? Fucking what's her name tells that guy hippie. He's like, "You think everything's conspiracy?" And he looks at her and he says, "Everything is."
Which is true.
Imagine my issues with trying to do a monthly Twitter poll.
I know.
I'm just not looking forward to this month. It's just going to be.
Yeah, I get you. It's going to be. Yeah.
I don't think I have a big enough dumpster. I'm going to need a bunch of dumpsters.
Just call it a tire fire.
The Springfield tire fire.
I can call it a Biolabs fire.
Burning since 1963.
The Love Canal. Ooh, am I dating myself?
No.
I remember that. Oh my god, I think it was like 8 or 9 years old when that happened, and everybody was panicking, and then all of a sudden it just went away.
That's because they moved everybody out and just hushed up about it. It's still burning as far as I know.
Probably. You know what? I'm going to fire up my Google foo.
Dun,
Talk
dun,
amongst
dun,
yourselves.
dun, 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 dun.
Talk. So, did you see where Trump is just throwing down the gauntlet?
Yeah,
He's going to be in Valdosta
yeah. He was. I just saw that right before we went on air.
tomorrow.
He was gonna get briefed and all that good stuff. Okay, just I'm scrolling through Twitter myself right now, trying to find something relevant. And if I don't, then guess what? We're just going to talk about shit for the next 29 minutes until we go off air.
Well, we're both ex-military. We know how to do that.
No, hurry up and wait, brother.
Oh, look, the garden gnomes in chat.
Gee, thanks, Zelda. I'm so glad I could entertain you.
Yeah.
She's a
I'm
garden
bored,
gnome.
so I'm here. Oh,
Everything's above her head, though. So
that warms the cockles of my heart, or is it the heartles of my cock?
Yes, both.
yes,
We.
Suey.
Oh, does the chat in Restream is it GIF capable?
No, unfortunately, it isn't.
'Cause
That's
I would
yeah.
have thrown in my Frenchman. We.
You can do it in our private chat, but you can't do it in the
Yeah,
X
you
chat.
can't.
Okay, that's
yeah.
that is just fake and gay. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, I'm blaming Elon for his substandard ordinance banning platform.
Free Orty.
Hashtag free
Oh,
Orty.
by the way, yeah, they should. They really should. It's a Travis Shamma mockery, I tell you.
Well, they got a free Orty before the rake fighting championships, right?
How else am I supposed to promote my rake fighting skills?
Right.
You mean-
And I even attempted. I need my lawyer. I need my Amish lawyer. I need ordinance
too,
J.
but I mean-
No, we need to do a video. We need to do an AI video, like an animation thing, of an Amish guy training with a rake, doing the fight, and I have the tiger play in the background, but have it sung in Pennsylvania Dutch.
Nice.
Jeff, I know you're listening.
He
Make that
skewers
happen.
men while twisting the dick.
Jeff needs to
Give
make
me
that
old
happen.
dick twister.
The old dick twist. Y'all are such dorks. Yes, and
yes, we are.
we are proud of this. I'm proud that I'm 57 years old and I still haven't grown up yet.
I've been dorking since the dark ages.
You were shit posting with Moses.
You want to know what was on those two tablets? They weren't commandments. It was a shit post.
They were memes. That was on the third tablet that
He dropped.
That he dropped. 10 commandments. Geez. Now I gotta watch that movie again. God damn it.
I know. Fuck, I was just telling one of my coworkers about it. We were talking about Mel Brooks movies, and he had never seen it. I think I got it on DVD out in storage. I'll have to get to him. But yeah, that's my opinion, his finest film.
I would go number 2, and I'm not gonna say Blazing Saddles is the best. I'm not gonna say Young Frankenstein is the best. My favorite Mel Brooks movie is The Producers.
Okay.
Oh, good one.
That's fun.
Good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh,
It's springtime for Hitler
in Germany. And
somebody coming in the show right now. I knew they were fucking Nazis.
And everybody in the audience, they're doing that slow pan of the audience, and everybody looks so shocked, except for Kenneth Morris. He's wearing the helmet. He's got this huge grin on his face. Oh my God. I was in tears when I saw that.
Oh man, that was a good one. I often forget that was Mel Brooks, and I shouldn't, but I do.
Well, people tend to forget it because he wasn't actually in it. But yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I don't think. I think it got overshadowed by Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, High Anxiety, and then
Oh, that's another good one.
Yeah. And History of the World.
History of the World.
Spaceball.
And Spaceballs really didn't do as well because I think he put it out at a time when it was just that market was saturated.
There was some fatigue, but I mean, it crushed it in video. I mean,
Oh yeah.
And Dave,
back in the day when I went,
Dave O'Toole, how you doing, brother? I know, damn, he's staying up late. What time is it over there? It must be past midnight, I think. Because he's in Ireland.
Ireland,
They're just now hitting happy hour.
the
Yep,
country founded around a river of liquor.
exactly.
I am so disappointed I was not from Ireland or born there.
I probably would have been killed in the Troubles.
I probably would have drank myself to death by now.
And my luck, I'd have
Also,
been
yeah.
killed in the molasses flood.
Ireland's got some weird tragedies. Like, their accent.
Hey, it's been 30 minutes. Let's remind people. If you go check the
Yes.
the link, there is a link. It's myself and Orty has tweeted it. Vincent's tweeted it, but go to SMC Roasters Twitter page and click the link there. Go to their store and donate to help them out there because they're working on getting a lot of stuff
And
up
I
there to
will,
those people to
I
help
will
out.
drop it in our chat right now. And yeah, there's a link. It just goes straight to donations. So, you don't have to give a lot, but give what you can. $1, $5, $10. Every little bit helps. And with these guys, they don't keep any of the money. Everything that you send goes straight to the people who need it. So fuck the Red Cross.
And along those lines too, look for your Twitter favorites who have the time off or have the inclination or heading out there to assist too. And if they put their Cash App or Venmo or something up there for looking
And
for
if you
help.
trust them.
Yeah.
And if you
trust them. Yeah. Obviously, yeah, and if you trust them. Don't just like throw money to any random asshole saying they're out there.
Yeah,
using stock
don't
footage.
throw money at the guy who already has money and has 500,000 followers saying please give. Nah, fuck you,
Yeah.
buddy. You got enough money.
Right.
Well, that's
Twitter has given you
like-
enough money to pay for your time out there.
I
Exactly.
want to say I saw yesterday or the day before across my feed. It was Elon. It appeared to be Elon on a video announcing that SpaceX was going to give away $1 million in crypto coin or something like that. And there was a link attached to it, and I didn't click on the link. I'm like, I hadn't heard that, and went and did a little Google through, and it's a scam. That's been a scam going out there because they're harvesting or just taking your money that you're sending to them because there is no drawing. They're not giving away money.
Yeah, common sense, folks. That's all it takes.
Yeah. Not that common, but still. Exercise some.
Just exercise some sense. And I really wish these people, either side. I mean, I think I saw Brad was arguing with some climate change guy trying to convince everybody that what happened is due to climate change. And
Oh, don't even get me started with those back births. Oh, God.
If it doesn't support their narrative, it's weather. If it does support their narrative, it's climate change.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still trying to understand how hurricanes are new. Because I seem to remember hurricanes when I was a child.
For like 115 years.
You see with all these people, nothing important happened before they were born.
Oh.
So
Holy
you know,
shit!
so nothing else counts.
Breaking news: another one of the highwaymen has passed.
What?
Chris Christopherson dead at 88.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm gonna have to listen to the Traveling Wilburys now, ain't I?
Or the highwaymen
And the Highwaymen.
and the highwaymen. I'm gonna try and get that row going again tonight.
Yeah,
So,
Chris Christopherson, he was a ranger. So
yeah,
Yeah.
RLTW, brother. We'll see you. We'll see you in Valhalla.
yeah. Wasn't he like dating or engaged or married to Sinead O'Connor for a while?
I don't know.
I think it was when she got booed off the stage. I think he was there to console her. Anyway,
Okay, god damn it.
I learned celebrity gossip against my will.
You got me Googling this.
Oh,
God, I'm trying to
Damn it, I
remember
just
how
had
to
a
spell
tip.
Sinead
Oh.
O'Connor.
So one of the things I saw on the cesspool that is Twitter about this whole thing too is this is the whole damned if you do, damned if you don't thing where people are lighting up Governor DeSantis for sending the National Air
yeah.
Guard to help in North Carolina. Like, well, it's not like we don't need them in Florida. You don't have a lot of mountains in Florida, guys. You
don't have a lot of flooding.
Yeah.
Don't
you
have a
don't
lot
have
of
a lot of
flooding.
flooding. But if he didn't send them, that same person would be like, "Oh my God, you're so cruel and heartless, not helping out." Blah 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 blah. Just
No.
shut the fuck up, people.
Yeah, it's
I like the one idiot that posted a picture of North Carolina and tried to blame DeSantis for Florida's woes.
Yeah.
I listen to those people and I see those people with their tweets and stuff like that, and I want to ignore them, and for 90% of the time it's successful, but the other times I'm just makes me want to punch a nun. That's how pissed off I get.
I just pretend my internet's down while I'm out here because
There you go.
Vincent, you'll learn when you get to my age, in I don't know 100 years or so. Don't let them harsh your mellow, man.
Dude, I'm not that much younger than you.
For once, I'm the puppy on the show.
You kids and your newfangled things.
You kids and your newfangled telephones. I tried to bring back answering the phone ahoy hoy for a while, but nobody got it. So
Oh Jesus.
that's an old poll too, not just from The Simpsons, but that's like originally how you're supposed to answer the phone.
I just like
You kids with your
Lily
hellos
Tomlin.
and your subs.
Your subs. I thought sups was something you did at dinner. You sup some wine. Oh jeez. Oh, we have fun, don't we? Okay, 15
Yes,
minutes.
we do.
I think
You're counting down like you want it to end. Damn it!
Oh,
no, I'm not. I'm counting down like let's
Hey, we got till 8 p.m. before the torture episode starts.
Before the tortures are lit and Gondor needs aid.
Or Jeff needs aid.
And Rohan
I-
will answer.
I feel so bad for Jeff every time he has to do this. He's got quite the constitution to get rid of, especially with what I saw with this week's episode.
Come on, admit it. You do like the rest of us. You laugh and point.
Well,
Yeah.
also yes, but I feel bad for doing it. For those of you who don't know, later tonight, Jeff will be returning with the Asgard North, doing his review commentary of the Rings of Power.
Or Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
Yeah, and having seen bits and pieces of the episode he's about to do, Jeff, I will pray for you. That's all I can
He said
do.
my rant was tame compared to what he has in his notes. So I'm here for it.
I'm waiting for it. All I know is I went to turn it on today, and I just heard Jeff's voice in the back of my head going, "You will regret this.
Yeah.
Make
After-
better choices."
yes. You know,
So I turned on the Hanna-Barbera.
there you go.
Oh,
As
Rankin
one
and Bass.
does.
Rankin and Bass. You know, I used to confuse those when I was younger.
Oh no, they were fucking awesome. A great adventure.
Oh, I'm just
is
talking
waiting
about
there
Rankin and
for
Bass and
you.
Hanna-Barbera. I confused those two those producers, right? Because Rankin and Bass had their own set of cartoons and children's
Yeah, they
shows,
did.
and then you
They
had
did all the Christmas specials and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like
they did all the stop motion
stop motions. Yeah.
like Rudolph. Yeah, Rudolph and Frosty and all those. But yeah, but no, their cartoon division was fairly good
Oh yeah.
for the time.
Considering
It
it was
holds
all
up.
hand drawn.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you look at the credits for the Hobbit and the Return of the King, and it's all Japanese. They had every anime guy in the world doing those two fucking shows,
Right.
and it shows because they're actually
Yeah.
really fucking good.
Is this going live? No, that'd be a terrible strain on the animator's wrists.
Oops.
Jesus.
Oh.
You guys need to keep up. Keep up.
Oh Jesus. Had me coughing. I had to mute. Oh my god.
Yeah. I do I do like on Restream when you mute to cough that you get a warning on Restream saying that you're muted and they can't hear you.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, it's handy.
It's almost like my wife.
Anyway.
Babe, she can't hear you. Oh, okay. Let me. That would be so nice in real life, though.
The one time she actually listens to you do a podcast.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time I'm in trouble.
Y'all are dust bunnies. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means.
I think she's implying that we're of an
We're
advanced age. Yeah.
Or
Got it.
Or we're dirty.
Well, that too.
I do not
Embrace the power
stalk
man.
under people's beds.
Unless you're absolutely sure you can get away with it.
Or hiding. I don't know. Oh, I just. So, how long do you think it'll take before we see a response? Tomorrow? I think tomorrow.
Well, I can check now.
Well, no, I mean, I think it'll be tomorrow before we see a response from our federal government.
Well, I mean, in places like Black Mountain, they've already said you will receive no FEMA response. You're on your own.
And how come I've not seen anything from our GOP betters in Washington?
No, you're just seeing that on the state levels and ex-presidents.
Yeah, on the state level, the only thing I'm seeing is the governor from North Carolina. He had a statement, and that's it, pretty much.
I mean, you're not seeing anything from any of their elected officials from North Carolina, much less any of the other senators or representatives, which I'm really surprised by. Well, not really, because
Not really.
let's see, as somebody posted, the reason why Harris isn't worried about North Carolina or Biden is it's not a swing state.
Well,
Accurate, but Georgia is.
yeah.
And a lot of Georgians have kith and kin up in the
Oh,
Carolinas.
Yep.
So,
Well, they're not going to. Harris isn't going to come down here, much less Walsh, because they'll get booed like he did in Michigan.
that's just, How do they not know how universally disliked they are? And not just like, I mean, yeah, because we're pretty online. So, I mean, we see a lot more of the tit for
Discontent.
tat than
Yeah.
most normies do. But, yeah, how are they?
I think it's
It's
because
like
they,
everyone's, oh, they're dead even in the polls. Well, since most polls are oversampled, Dem +3 to Dem +7, that means that she is outside the MOE.
yeah, I think it's because they're surrounded by yes men for one thing, and I think it's because they tend to keep them away from the internet. And it's like somebody's like, "Oh, I think I should check and see how I'm doing." No, ma'am, you need to take care of this first. And it's easy to
Just rattle
distract
the
these
keys
people.
at her.
Yeah, rattle the keys, or point the laser pointer at the wall, or something like that.
Right.
Well, that and the fact that they're confident that they're going to win. And I mean, you get the, unless it's, they may just be hiding it from them, which is possible. But
I think it's
also,
that.
is and Rick talks about it, and he'll probably talk about it again tonight. I believe there's a off the rails tonight after Jeff's show, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
9:30, I think. I think they're splitting up hours a hour. But yeah, I mean, it's he talks about it to where we people got to get out and go vote and make it such that they can't cheat without it being extremely obvious and be involved like you are already. You're involved in your area with the as a precinct captain or watch.
Yes. Yeah, I run the ADA machines and do the occasionally I'll be a um overseer. This year I'm
Oh,
just
an
this year I'm
overseer.
just doing clerk and ADA.
Overseer sounds ominous.
Isn't it though?
It's
Sounds
just
cool
a
though.
it's just a high fashion name for a line monitor.
Well, that, but also, I am a benevolent overseer.
Benevolent-ish.
I do let them take breaks. But really, I mean, while we're on that topic, if I recommend everybody get out and do it. It's if you have the time, and a lot of employers will give you the time off to go do it too, not just vote, but to go work a precinct. Because
Yeah.
if you're bitching about the process and you're not actually there to be part of the process, it's kind of like, well, what were you doing all day on November 5th? Just curious. Were you sitting at a precinct making sure all the I's were crossed and T's were dotted, or were you just
Yeah.
bitching about it on Twitter?
Even
No,
even if you work, when you're off work, you can still go down and help. You could
Yeah, I
be a
mean, yeah,
you could be
it's
a watcher to make sure that no shenanigans occur.
yeah, and it's like, I mean, okay, most of the people who do precinct clerks and stuff, they're elderly volunteers. These people are dying off. So, I mean, literally. So it's like, I mean, they need a replacement. Plus, I mean, I don't know about the precinct you go to, but it's just a giant potluck at mine. You're grazing all day on, I mean, you got all these grandmas bringing in their hot dishes, and fuck yeah, you know.
there you
Yes, I'll
go.
have some more funeral potatoes.
I'm not
I
allowed to
do
go to
love
my
me some Mormon
precinct.
funeral.
I'm not allowed to
You're not
go.
allowed.
Something about bourbon not being available.
Well,
I was
you,
trying to
you
take care of that problem.
you do know that there are flasks you can use in order to carry bourbon with you.
I carry a
But
keg,
that's just on the way in. So he'll need 2 flasks, one for the way in, 3. One for the way in, one for the voting, and one for the way out.
and I have no problem with 3 kegs. I figured that was an adequate amount.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and like Wednesday said in the chat too, the GOTV, it's every precincts will have their their rolls up front where you can look and see if your neighbors had voted yet. They're updated, depending again how your precinct does it is where I work is they're updated every hour. So you can go in and go, oh shit, Ordy Packard hasn't voted yet. Let me call and see if he needs a ride or something. You know. So yeah, I mean,
And I think the biggest problem that people have with that is they can't talk about who to vote for,
well,
right?
yeah,
Because a lot of
yeah,
what I'm
because
saying is
that's electioneering. So yeah,
I
you
mean,
know, you
and
can't wear your "Make America Great Again" or your Harris Walls T-shirt going in to
yeah,
vote. I mean, you can, but you'll be asked to turn it inside out or whatever. And you know, really, I mean, it's not a big deal unless you make it one.
well,
You know,
and I agree, I understand that, but there are a lot of people that can't. And
yeah,
me personally, I think having Opus Bill the Cat for president is not electioneering.
Yeah, I would vote for Bill the Cat in a second.
I would absolutely vote for Bill the Cat. And the funny thing is if they're not on the ballot, you can wear that shirt.
Hmm.
There you go.
I
That's
mean,
why I got to go get more John McAfee for president T-shirts.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, we need that at the KLRN store.
and we need Epstein didn't kill himself either.
That too.
You can put it
Yeah.
on a coffee mug on both, one on each side.
We've already got free Ordy stuff, but we need more of it.
Yes.
I need a free Ordy mouse pad.
Or you know the great thing about that that line is that it's timeless. There will always be a point when Ordy needs to be freed.
Or a free Ordy baby onesie.
We have failed in the education of the garden gnome.
With a Circle K logo on the baby onesie too.
Who on earth is John McAfee?
Yes,
Oh
the
my
garden
God.
gnome
What?
doesn't.
Huh?
I mean, I've only talked about him 1,000 times, but he's my real president. He really won in 2016. I'm convinced. Absolute hero, though. Goes on the run from the Fed and fucks a whale. Dead whale, but still fucked a whale.
What's Jeff got there? Make pets safe again hat. Ooh, and it's even in the store.
And Wednesday, dropping facts like always. Carl McAfee's tech nephew.
Yep.
How can we get smart people in the chat?
Because we have smart listeners and we have smart followers, and
that more than make up for our personal shortcomings.
yeah, exactly.
Thank God for that.
Yes, because collectively we have the IQ of a brain damaged clam. So
Dead brain damage clam.
yes. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be about time to wrap it up. So, Ordy, where can we find you?
Yeah. Hi. Well, you can find me present. You can currently find me as Yoda Secreto on Twitter because Ordinance is banned still. And I will not call it X again until he is freed. Let's see. You can find me. There's no Manorama this week because, so you can find me Wednesday night on Rick and Ordy with Rick. You can find me Thursday on The Culture Shift with Brad Slager, turning our skeptical eyes at the entertainment industry. You can find me on Saturday as we continue Juxtober and our deep dive into vampirism. And that's about it this week.
Tuesday, if you're home in time from work.
Fuck, I forgot. Yeah, the Tuesday, there's also, in lieu of the not doing Manorama, there is the vice presidential debate where we will be doing Poli Sci Theater 11 million, okay, on KLRN Radio. That's actually the whole name of the show.
Nice. I think I may need to get in on that. I
think
do
you
enough.
do too.
I don't do enough. And Andrew, where can we find you, sir?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at NukeMM1 Retired. And then at the last Wednesday of every month on Toxic Masculinity with Ordy, G, Rick, Mrs. Aggie Rican, who's our bar babe, and just a delightful person to have on at any time.
She
And
was
then whenever,
fantastic last night at the exposition.
yes, that was an awesome show last night. I even stayed up to listen to it. Slept in late. Made it to 5:05 in bed. Uh,
Nice.
so, but yeah, and make sure, guys, one last time, hit SMS, hit the Stocking Mills Coffee Roasters account, go to your store, donate, or your favorite local charity or something that's helping out with the North Carolina disaster, and donate all you can. And don't forget, when you go to vote once, not often.
Exactly. And you can find me at Yes That Be Charles on Twitter. You can find me here every Sunday evening at 1800 Eastern Standard Time. You can almost find me, or blah, 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 blah. Dyslexia is a terrible disease. Trick or trout. You can find me on Manorama with Ordy and Ranker Steve on Rumble every Tuesday evening
Except
at
this
10
Tuesday.
Eastern, except for this week. Well, yeah, personal things. But thank you
And
once
just
again for joining me. I'm
and
sorry, go
ladies
ahead.
and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, Vincent Charles does present this show in a smoking jacket and a meerschaum pipe while sitting in a old English 15th century lounge chair.
If I had a 15th century lounge chair, I would have sold it because I'm flat ass broke. But thank you. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure to do this for you and try and entertain you. And hopefully try to teach you something. Maybe. But we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you once again. Thank you to my guests for appearing with me. And
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. It was fun,
both,
Vincent.
it was
Appreciate
fun.
it.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a night. So